So I don't know if anybody saw the sixth segment on 60 Minutes this week, but they featured Anderson Cooper flying an eVTOL, as they're called, right? I think they need some naming help, but an eVTOL stands for Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing Vehicle. And of course, the prognosticators feel that in a couple of years, we will be starting to take these, if you will, air taxis. And so this is the confluence of battery technology, software, material science, et cetera. And so I want to share the notion about drones, but how they've been used in the category, if we might call them, in biomimicry. And I want to share actually an example from Caltech. All the executive education instructors were in Pasadena last month, and we were treated to a lecture by the head of the Caltech robotics lab. And he made the point that in this new robot that they've created, which I'll talk about in a second, biomimicry, which is sort of mimicking nature, right, was the key to the success of this new design. So what's this new robot, this revolutionary new robot? It's called Leonardo, or Leo for short. And it's not unlike a Boston Scientific robot in that it's bipedal, right? 2 legs, and it sort of walks like a robot. But the wonderful twist here is that they've added drone technology. So now that this robot, when it approaches stairs, it doesn't have to walk down the stairs. It can just fly over them. And that drone technology, it's an amazing thing when you see it. It allows the robot to skateboard and stay on the skateboard and walk a tightrope. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't walk a tightrope, but this robot can. And so what's the biomimicry element here? Well, what they've done is that they've looked at the most sophisticated wing and flight mechanism on the planet in nature. And if you're thinking that's a bird, it's not. If you're thinking it's an insect, it's not. You may be wondering, well, what's left? Well, it's the only flying mammal, right? And that flying mammal is a bat, right? And a bat has been 50 million years of R&D work here in terms of developing the wings, right? The bat's been around for 50 million years. And so there are 3 key differences between a bat's flight mechanism and those of insects and birds. The first is that bats have, get this, over 24 independently controllable joints in their wings. And that's compared to, guess how many in a bird. The second thing is the bat's bones and the wings can adapt and deform because they're flexible when the wing beats. And then finally, they can vary the stiffness. The bat can, believe it or not, vary the stiffness across the skin of these wing membranes. And so this is genius, right? This is the genius. And this is what biomimicry is all about. It's recognizing that nature has answers for us that we don't know about. I mean, some of the famous examples you may or may not know, the gecko, right? Not just for the ad, but for the toes of a gecko have literally millions of nanoscale hair-like structures, and this allows them to walk on a ceiling, right? Another wonderful example is in Japan, when they were developing the bullet trains, they discovered that there was something called tunnel boom occurring, right? So because they were going so fast, when they came out in tunnels, out of the tunnels, there would be a boom. And so like a sonic boom, the neighbors were not happy, right? And so the lead designer on that was a birder. You know, he was into watching birds, and he noticed that a kingfish, when it dives down, it's because of its bill, it can dive down into the water without making any splash. And therefore it allowed them to continue to view the fish. And so they built the newest design of the bullet train using the beak of the kingfisher as the design principle there. The bullet trains, it turns out, went 10% faster, and they save 15% electricity. So there are dozens and dozens of these examples throughout history, and this can only grow, right? Because sustainability has become more important. The thing I want to share to make sure that the audience knows, this is not at all theoretical now. We were asked by one of our clients, one of the 2 soft drink companies, one of the 2 famous soft drink companies, to help them invent new sustainable packaging that would be breakthrough, right? And so what did we do? What were the triggers we used? Well, we used nature's packaging, right? So what are some of nature's packages? We had dozens and dozens of these triggers, but if you think about it, a pea pod or a chrysalis or even a beaver's dam or a wasp nest or a conch shell, right? A kangaroo's pouch, a Venus flytrap, maple tree seed pod, et cetera, et cetera. These are all nature's packages. And you can imagine giving the R&D scientists these triggers, it was very easy for them to come up with their breakthrough ideas. So I want to end just with 2 quotes. As biomimicry can only grow in the future, began to be popularized with the 1997 book called Biomimicry, Innovation Inspired by Nature by Janine Benyus. She's the co-founder of the Biomimicry Institute. And I love her quote. She said, "We envision a world in which people view nature not as a warehouse of goods, but as a storehouse of knowledge and information." Right? I mean, how unbelievably great and profound is that? And then finally, I'll end with a quote from the greatest biomimicry architect that we've ever seen, and that would, of course, be Frank Lloyd Wright. And his comment was, "Study nature, love nature, stay close to nature. It will never fail you."